everybody. My name is Marco from Live Control in Wild Earth TV, and just a few comments from my side. Thanks very much for joining us this evening. A beautiful day out in Djuma with Wild Earth, and with Peter and Alex heading out over there, and always spectacular just spending some time out in the bush, and really awesome that we've got a nice following of viewers, and for everyone who's been with us for a long time, thanks for sticking with us. It's really great. We really appreciate all the comments, all the positive feedback. I'm sure I can speak on behalf of all the team at Wild Earth, and we all really love our job, and we love it even more when we know we're reaching through to a lot of people out there, and you enjoy being part of what we're able to bring you. So thanks very much for all the positive feedback, and all the emails, keep sending them in. We do apologize if we are unable to answer some of the emails. Please understand that emails come flooding in, and there's a whole variety of subjects, and we try just to focus on the specific ones to what's happening at the time out on the game drive. But keep them coming in, and we do our best to answer them. Just from my side, we've normally been running our behind the scenes from what's been happening at Wild Earth. Stand by, Peter. It's on the radio side. Yeah, sorry about that. Just Peter trying to get hold of me. Yeah, we've normally been running our behind-the-scenes live broadcast at around 3:30 Central African time on Fridays, but we're going to be changing our format. So from now on, our behind-the-scenes and all the things that have been happening at Wild Earth during the week will be actually loaded up onto a little clip in the Wild Earth social network, www.wildearth.ning.com. And also, of course, on YouTube, as well as on our blog, and also in the Wild Earth group on Facebook. So please feel free to have a look at any of our clips out on any of those social networks and on the blog, and have a look at what's been happening at Wild Earth, and what gets done, and how we cope with everything out here in the bush while you guys aren't on drive with us, or you're spending some time at the waterhole. Another subject which is going to be happening out on Friday, my apologies, on Sunday evening, just after drive, around about 7:30 Central African time on Sunday evening. We broadcast live around the fire chat, and an awesome opportunity for all the staff here at Wild Earth just to sit around the fireside and just have a nice conversation about what's been happening during the week and how things have turned out for us, as well as some subjects that people have sent questions into. So please feel free to send in some questions, any subjects that you'd like us to focus on about what's been happening out here and what is happening out here in Wild Earth and in Djuma Game Reserve in the Sabi Sands. And we'll do our best to fit them into our conversation. Any questions that you would like to send in, if you can please send them to fire@wildearth.tv. That's fire@wildearth.tv, and we'll do our best on that side. But been awesome so far. Been getting a lot of comments coming in about today's drive. Peter has got a lot to say, and it's always awesome when he's out in top form, and he's got a lot to share with us, a lot of knowledge and a beautiful way of seeing things out in the bush. So we're all here at Wild Earth, and I'm sure we all as a family enjoy Peter's inputs into what's actually happening out there and how he perceives it. But appreciate all the comments, and we send as many through to Peter as we possibly can on drive. I've been getting quite a few emails that people have sent through just with regards to general subjects. A lot of new people joining us with Wild Earth. One of the questions, let me just see if I can, yeah, here we go. Coming in from Winnie, just asking us where we are, where we're located, and for any of you folk out there who might not, or have just joined us with the Wild Earth drives and our broadcasts from the African Bushveld, we are situated in a small game reserve up in the northeastern side of South Africa called Djuma, which is located in a larger reserve conglomerate of landowners called the Sabi Sands, one of the oldest standing private game reserves out in South Africa, and right along the boundaries of the Kruger National Park. No fences between us and the Kruger Park, so we are in essence attached directly to the Kruger Park, and of course animals don't follow boundaries that we have established on the roads and map networks, so their movement is totally free and they can move as much as they want to in and out of the land. So a lot of the non-territorial animals we get passing through here in and out. A lot of the territorial animals we get to build a very strong relationship with and get to know these individuals quite closely. So yeah, in the northeastern side, just along the boundary of the Kruger National Park, in an area of South Africa called the Lowveld, being an environment that's particularly low, around 300 meters above sea level. Beautiful environment, beautiful climate out over here. Right now in the middle of our winter, and as you can see, I'm sitting in shorts and t-shirt, and it's evening time, sun setting, but beautiful climate out over here. So I hope that answers your question, Vinny, and the strange accent that you might be hearing, it's as true South African as you can get. Did get another question coming in from Kim. My apologies, it's from Katrina, Katrina Buerta, just asking how safe it is for us to actually go out on game drives out in the bush on these open vehicles. As you can see, the vehicle that we use, which is quite cleverly named Jigger, which is a local term for changing direction or turning. And this little short wheelbase Land Rover is probably the best vehicle I've ever driven for changing direction. You can take it anywhere you want to out in the bush. But in this part of South Africa, in these game reserves, they are quite well established. Conservation has been at its best for possibly the last 30 years in this region. So a large percentage of the animals that you'll find out over here have not experienced hunting or large-scale poaching. So they when they see our vehicles, they are quite habituated to the presence of the Land Rovers. By no means mistake that for tame. They are still very, very wild and live their natural life, but quite habituated. They understand that these vehicles are not a threatening presence, and in the same time they know we won't steal food, fight for territory, steal females, act aggressively. They now know, and through their life, from youngsters all the way up to adulthood, they understand that these vehicles that come past all the time are not a threatening presence. That way it is fairly safe out here, but in an open vehicle, always suggested to go with a qualified ranger or guide, and all the guys at Wild Earth that take you out and drive are all very experienced and qualified rangers. So it's the best way to avoid any tricky situations. So it's a beautiful part of the world. If you ever get to come out and see it firsthand, I definitely recommend it. But we'll keep on bringing it to you if you're not able to come out here. So yeah, stay with us, and we'll do our best drives and bring you the African bushveld in the comfort of your chairs back home. But for the time being, just going to quickly shoot to Gowrie Waterhole. We'll spend some time there. So actually quite rude of me, and actually Matteo is hiding in the background there. You couldn't see him because he was behind my head. But Matteo just cracking away at some work on our social network and keeping busy on that side. But let's quickly shoot down to Gowrie, see what's happening there, and we'll join the guys on drive in just a moment. Thanks very much for joining us, and have a great evening.